To me, Kash Patel, and I don't say this lightly, is the most dangerous nominee that we've seen yet to our democracy.
Kash Patel as FBI director would be like if you crossed Alex Jones with J. Edgar Hoover in terms of just how much he would want to ignore precedent and the constraints that have been put onto the FBI over the years with all of the conspiracy theorizing.
All right, so the news of the day is that FBI Director Christopher Wray announced that he would be resigning from the FBI at the end of the Biden administration, obviously to make way for Trump's incoming pick, Kash Patel. Now, that is not exactly super surprising in itself, but it is worth noting that Christopher Wray decided to resign instead of the other option, right? Because he had two choices here. Either he could resign now, essentially save everyone's time and make it really easy for Trump, or he could stay there, force Trump to fire him, which is essentially what James Comey did back in 2017, right? He chose to be a lame duck FBI director and essentially, again, not really do a whole lot, but cause a little bit of extra headache and be this symbol of resistance, like I'm going to force Trump to fire me. But that is not what Christopher Wray did. And that is even something he kind of hinted at in his resignation speech today at the FBI. Take a listen.
After weeks of careful thought, I've decided the right thing for the Bureau is for me to serve until the end of the current administration in January and then step down. My goal is to keep the focus on our mission, on the indispensable work each of you is doing every single day. And in my view, this is the best way to avoid dragging the Bureau deeper into the fray while reinforcing the values and principles that are so important in how we do our work.
To avoid dragging the Bureau deeper into the fray, what exactly does that mean? Well, it seems to me what he's trying to get at there is he's trying his best to avoid Kash Patel coming in and really asking too many questions. Let's not forget, Christopher Wray is the FBI director who oversaw the weaponization, right? Oversaw the raid of Mar-a-Lago and all of the federal government's witch hunts, not just against Trump, but also against a lot of conservatives in general in the wake of January 6th. Let's not forget about all of the other harassment that went on there. Kash Patel, partly why there's freaking out so much is because he's a man who's looking to bring accountability to the Bureau, and we'll talk more about that today. So folks, do us a big favor. If you enjoy the content, make sure you hit that like button down below, subscribe if you are new, help us hit our goal of 400K subs by the end of the year. And with that said, as you could probably imagine, the fine folks over at MSNBC did not look happy today to see the writing on the wall after Christopher Wray resigned, which also, guys, let's not forget, does seem to suggest, and it sounds like so far, Kash Patel does have the votes to be confirmed as the FBI director. Even a lot of the rhinos are not really making too much hassle out of it. But here was MSNBC's live reaction to that.
Will be clear. I regret I didn't fully discern Mr. Patel's threat immediately, but we are all now fairly warned. Senators won't escape history's judgment if they vote to confirm him, end quote. That breaking news about Chris Wray is where we start today with some of our favorite experts in front. Director Brennan, I start with you. Leaving at the end of a current...
That's right. So you can see, right? Just look at the look on her face. She's not happy. She's like, oh my gosh, guys, what's about to happen? I can't believe this. Yeah, what's about to happen is accountability at the FBI, ladies and gentlemen. Now, with that said, I think it's worth noting, I mean, we could play this segment. It's not super interesting. It's just her concern trolling the whole time. I can't believe this. This is so bad. But I do have, guys, a short thread of MSNBC melting down over Kash Patel over the span of several weeks, right? Because this is far from the first time, okay? Ever since Kash Patel was announced as the FBI director, MSNBC has been saying a lot of dramatic and insane things about him. And that's, by the way, guys, how you also know of all of Trump's cabinet picks, this is indicating that this must be a really good one, right? This is certainly one of the better ones. You know that if a Trump cabinet pick is not really getting a lot of attacks from the media, they're probably just a run-of-the-mill establishment guy. The people who really threaten the establishment's grip on power are people like Kash Patel, like Tulsi Gabbard, like RFK Jr., that are drawing so much ire. And as just one example here, is MSNBC referring to Kash Patel as the most dangerous nominee we've seen yet to our democracy. All right, let's take a listen.
Is there enough backbone there, do you think, to defeat multiple nominees?
I don't know. I think it's possible. And look, we saw it with Matt Gaetz already, and I think that I was actually surprised how quickly that happened. To me, Kash Patel, and I don't say this lightly, is the most dangerous nominee that we've seen yet to our democracy. I mean, you might think that having Pete Hegseth running the military is a greater level of danger because of his lack of experience, or Tulsi Gabbard at intelligence. But just as far as the threats to democracy that we were warning up about before the election, and Kash Patel was a key player inside the Trump White House, pushing for and orchestrating the coup attempt in 2020. He was trying to completely take control of the Justice Department at the time. He was Trump's top lieutenant who was willing to do anything and advance any lie in service of his attempt to overturn that last election.
They're still crying about January 6th. That's the funniest part. The most dangerous nominee we've seen yet to our democracy. Like everything new, everyone new. That's the most dangerous threat we've seen yet. Our democracy is finished after this one. No, wait, after this one. No, wait, after this one. Again and again and again. It's all so tiresome. Why exactly would Kash Patel as FBI director be so dangerous to our democracy? Could it possibly be because, I don't know, he might weaponize the justice system and the FBI, I should say, specifically against our political opponents? Oh, wait, that's already happened. That already happened under who? Christopher Wray. Just shut up, right? No one cares. But anyways, here is another MSNBC guest referring to Kash Patel as one of the conspirators of January 6th. I don't even know what she's talking about there, but take a listen.
You have a man who is now nominated to head the Federal Bureau of Investigation that is supposed to uphold the Constitution. The mission is to protect the American people and uphold the Constitution and protect the American people against crimes.
Oh yeah, upholding the Constitution, because that's exactly what the FBI has been doing for so long. It's not like they've been blatantly violating the Fourth Amendment and a lot of other amendments throughout the years here. And you guys have defended that. Really? But suddenly now, okay, Kash Patel is the one that's going to be a real threat to the Constitution and our constitutional rights in the national security state. Are you serious? Give me a freaking break. Womp womp.
That are against U.S. laws. Where does all of this fit in with January 6th? January 6th is the juxtaposition of the Constitution. Many think it was treasonous. And for him to be one of the conspirators, this is now left to the court of public opinion, because you're going to have a lot of senators, Republican senators, who are loyal to President-elect Donald Trump.
Yeah, I don't know what on earth she's talking about. I don't know if anyone really knows. It's just like the generic, almost MSNBC word salad. Okay, threat to democracy, check the box. January 6th, check the box. Blah, 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 blah. And this is why Orange Man's so bad. I don't know. Okay, no idea. Lastly here, though, guys, here is this is a guy on the left right here, referring to Kash Patel as it would be like if you crossed Alex Jones with J. Edgar Hoover. Yeah, don't tempt me with a good time there. Just kidding. No, but all right, here's this guy saying whatever he's about to say.
Patel displays the one thing Donald Trump cares about, which is loyalty. He has been through with Trump, by his side, thick and thin, since before he was even a part of the administration. In 2017, he was on the House Intelligence Committee staff. He was looking into claims of the Russia investigation being a deep state plot. That went nowhere. He got moved over to the National Security Council in the White House, where he was part of the plot to basically blackmail Ukraine. Trump was at one point convinced he was running Ukraine policy, even though he wasn't. He got shuffled over to the Director of National Intelligence. He got shuffled over to the Pentagon, and since leaving the administration, he has been a loyalist at a pro-Trump think tank run by Russ Vought, who has been tapped to become OMB director. Kash Patel as FBI director would be like if you crossed Alex Jones with J. Edgar Hoover, in terms of just how much he would want to ignore precedent and the constraints that have been put onto the FBI over the years, with all of the conspiracy theorizing, all of the...
Okay, it'd be like if you crossed Alex Jones with J. Edgar Hoover. What a take there. But again, this is why it's like, the posturing of these people, I literally don't care. Oh, he's going to violate the norms and the historic restraints, the precedents of the FBI. Oh, yeah. Again, guys, let's play this game. I wonder what would be a violation of the precedents of the FBI, of the norms, of the generic practices they've held. Would violating the constitutional rights of Americans in the wake of 9/11 and in the wake of January 6th with unlawful searches and surveillance, etc., would that be a violation of American norms? No, not according to MSNBC, because they literally are, the biggest shills out there for the national security state. So that has nothing to do with it. Would the political weaponization of the FBI against the guy that the current president is running against in the next election, would that be a violation of the FBI's norms? No. But apparently Kash Patel in made-up unicorn land somehow, he's the real threat. He's really the guy who's going to undermine democracy and the civility of American politics. Again, give me a freaking break. But this is exactly why you listen to these weirdos and these losers freak out on live TV. Must mean to me, Kash Patel is going to be a fantastic FBI director. I'm very glad to hear so far there's not been a lot of trouble with confirming him. And you know what? Very happy to see sorry and sucky establishment loser Christopher Wray just pack up, tuck his tail between his legs, and run away and leave. Because that way, you've saved us a couple weeks of time here. It is what it is. All right, now, time to bring accountability to the FBI. Time to bring the FBI back to fighting crimes instead of manufacturing crimes. Yeah, I said what I said. With that said, though, guys, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, God bless and peace.